Playmakers. I'm Riley.
And I'm Zane. The end of the Stanley Cup playoffs was not Saturday, as the Stars gave a double overtime fight with the Lightning to make it a 3-2 series. But in Game 6, the Lightning came out like the 97-98 Chicago Bulls and made sure there was no Game 7.
Braden Point and Blake Coleman knocked in the 2 goals, and the Lightning defense and goalie made sure the puck never ended in the back of their net.
This is the first time the Lightning made it to the finals since the 2014-2015 season, when they lost to the Chicago Blackhawks. This is the second time that they've won the Stanley Cup, the first being back in the 03-04 season when they defeated the Calgary Flames in a 7-game series.
We all know that it's difficult to win back-to-back in the NHL. Let's see if they can do it again next year. Or will any of the other 30 teams have something to say? The final series of the NBA bubble has begun. LeBron James and Anthony Davis brought the Lakers back to the finals for the first time since 2010, when the late Kobe Bryant brought the City of Angels their 16th title. They look for their 17th against the franchise, and the coach LeBron won his first 2 titles with.
That is none other than the Miami Heat, the 5th seed from the Eastern Conference. Game 1 on Wednesday was not pretty for the Miami Heat. The team leader, Jimmy Butler, said they know what went wrong, saying rebounding and not getting back on defense was a problem. Let's see if Jimmy G. Buckets can lead this underdog Miami team to its first title since 2013. Game 2 is tonight with tip-off at 8 p.m.
John Hadel, former Kansas quarterback, and Gale Sayers, the Kansas Comet, a former running back that came after John, are being honored with bronze statue to be unveiled at the football game this Saturday against Oklahoma State. The 2 are known as legends at KU and changed the KU football program drastically while continuing their success in the NFL after graduating. The stream to watch the unveiling will be available on KUathletics.com, and they will be the first 2 football alumni to be represented on campus with statues.
Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers are postponing their game scheduled for Sunday due to multiple Tennessee staff and players testing positive for COVID. The bus driver for the Titans also tested positive after driving the Houston Astros to the Twin Stadium for their baseball game on Monday.
Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, the last 2 NFL MVPs, faced off last Sunday in Baltimore. The Kansas City Chiefs showed up with full energy, staying on top of the Ravens the whole game. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce showed their strength as a duo, with Kelce receiving 87 yards total to help win the game 34-20.
And that's what's been happening until now. We'll take a short break and join Steph and Gabe for a look at what's been happening with KU Athletics.
Welcome back. I'm Gabe.
And I'm Steph. The KU football team suffered a tough defeat to the Baylor Bears last weekend. The Jayhawks kept pace with Baylor for a while as they were tied after the first quarter. Despite Puka Williams' 2 touchdowns, Baylor quickly took control and eventually won 47-14. Coach Les Miles was happy with the play of his young secondary as they only allowed 149 yards through the air. But the problem was stopping Baylor's running game. The Bears rushed for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tomorrow, the Jayhawks will take on the Oklahoma State Cowboys at Memorial Stadium. KU Athletics says they will allow up to 10,000 fans to attend the game with restrictions in place. Athletic Director Jeff Long says this will be a good litmus test for future Jayhawk events.
We've taken great steps with planning to implement the guidelines that are put before us from our medical advisory team and the county. And it's very important that our fans follow those rules, because that'll allow us to have fans in future games, not only here in David Booth, Kansas Memorial Stadium, but also Allen Fieldhouse, Rock Chalk Park, and Horse Family Arena. So this is a big day for us. We put a lot into it, but the key will be our fans following the guidelines that we put out to them.
Although 10,000 might not seem like a lot, it is a very good starting point as we try to return to normal. Kickoff is scheduled for 2:30 p.m. and can be seen on ESPN.
The soccer team continues to win as they beat Texas Tech last week 1-0. Senior midfielder Catherine Castro scored the lone goal in the 80th minute of the match. Junior goalkeeper Sarah Peters continues her success as she earned her 22nd shutout of her career and the second of the season. The Jayhawks travel to Kansas State today for the Dillon Sunflower Showdown.
The KU volleyball team won its first match of the season, but then lost the second to the Baylor Bears last weekend. The Jayhawks captured an exciting 5-set match to start the season behind the play of newcomers Caroline Crawford, Aya El-Nadi, and Jenny Moser. Baylor took the first set 25-19, but KU rallied to win sets 2 and 3 with scores of 25-13 and 25-19. The Bears fought back to win the fourth set 25-19, but the Jayhawks won the fifth and final set 15-9, behind strong play from setter Sarah Nielsen, who had 44 assists overall. KU is currently in Austin, Texas, where they lost in 3 sets last night. The two teams will play again at 7 p.m. tonight, and you can see the match on the Longhorn Network.
The cross-country team recently changed their schedule as the Jayhawks will now compete in the Cowboy Jamboree hosted by Oklahoma State this Saturday at 8:30 a.m. This will be the last meet for Kansas before the Jayhawks host the Big 12 Championship October 30th at Rimrock Farm.
The men's golf team began their season this week at the Colonial Collegiate at Fort Worth, competing against 9 other conference teams. Tying with Baylor and TCU, the Jayhawks placed 4th at 23 over. They will be using the same lineup this weekend, meaning Harry Hillier, Ben Siegel, Luke Kluver, William Duquette, Zach Sokolsky, and Sion Audrain will start this match. The men will go on to compete in their second tournament of the season in the Big 12 Match Play Championship, which begins today.
After the break, Faith will give us an update on what's been going on in professional sports. Please keep watching.
Yeah, I always just clap at the start.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about how the piccolo part's the most complicated one?
It is.
If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go.
Just clapping now.
No humps.
Nailed it.
I practiced this morning.
Karma's just 2 people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how
1,
to do
2,
the
3,
end.
4.
It's just
I don't know the
Sorry.
head.
It's hard by yourself.
Welcome back to the Playmakers. I'm Faith. This week has been an eventful week for the world of baseball. Tuesday kicked off the Major League of Baseball bubble playoffs. The American League wildcard game started off with big wins from favorites Tampa Bay and the Yankees, while underdogs Houston and the White Sox grabbed victories. In the National League, the Dodgers, Braves, Marlins, and Cardinals all picked up Game 1 victories. However, last night we saw a big turnaround as the White Sox were knocked out by the A's and the Padres eliminated the Cardinals. The wildcard games will end this weekend, and the next round of the playoffs will start on Monday. Over the weekend, in the Premier League, we saw Manchester United find their first win of the season, beating Brighton 3-2. We also saw Liverpool beat Arsenal 3-1, but the biggest surprise has to be the Manchester City and Leicester City. Leicester won 5-2, propelling the Foxes into the first place on the table. And that wraps it up for the Premier League. And that's all we have for you today. Be sure to join us Friday for results and a preview of what's ahead in the world of sports here on the Playmakers. See you next week and have a great weekend.